Hi there, cupcakes! So this is the start of my Pokemon Omega Ruby Wedlocke. I'm so excited! I am so excited for this because I have my brand spanking new capture card, which is just awesome, and I'm going to use it to be recording this. And for a long time I thought I'd never be able to record a series like this because it requires a capture card, but circumstances happened to work in my favor and I got one, so I'm really excited to be recording this. So let's dive straight into it and I'll explain it on the fly. So if you don't know what a Wedlocke is, I'll actually put a link below to the creator's video on it because he explains it so much better than me. But the rules are very similar to a Nuzlocke, and if you don't know what a Nuzlocke is, there's basically 3 rules that make up a Nuzlocke, and they kind of, you can add and take a few to make it different, but these are the 3 basic ones. The 3 basic rules are: if a Pokemon faints, it's considered dead and it must be released. The second one is you can only catch 1 Pokemon per a route in the game. And the third rule is all Pokemon must be nicknamed. And from there you can like add and change it, and that's what's happened to make the Wedlocke. And the basic rule for the Wedlocke is that each Pokemon is partnered to another Pokemon, and so instead of having 6 individual Pokemon, you have 3 teams of 2 to make up 6 Pokemon. And in battle, only the partner Pokemon can be used with the current Pokemon. So it kind of creates this really interesting dynamic that you've got only 2 Pokemon to take on fights, and you got to kind of think about, you know, which set of partners would be good for which fight. So I'm super excited to do this. It's one of my favorite Nuzlocke versions. Definitely the Wedlocke is one of my favorites. So let's just put in my name, Kaysee. And and I've also got, yes, I'm Kaysee. I've also got an additional rule that I'll only be using 3 healing items per a partnership. So that's kind of like adding a little bit difficulty, but not too much. So I hope that kind of explains what a Wedlocke is. If I've done a terrible job, I apologize, and please feel free to go and check out that other video because he explains it. I should actually say that the creator was Maryland, and he created it, and he does a much better job of explaining it than I do. So we're going to venture off into the world of Pokemon. Oh, I'm so excited. I really enjoy these new games with the 3D. I think they look beautiful and they just really help me get immersed, and there's just so many things from them to love. I'm going to be saying I love a lot of things because I'm a happy and bubbly person, and there is a lot of things to love about these series in my opinion. Oh, that sounds so mushy. There's just so much to love. But anyway, so Mummy's talking to us, and I'm sure you've all seen this before. It's the same thing. I have to admit, I've done this intro a couple of times now because I've had so many technical issues, with audio and with everything. So I'm pretty much done listening to these people. I pretty much know their, dialogue off by heart. So we're going to move aside for the Machoke here. And one of them kind of goes guac, 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 guac at us. But yeah, so I really love Pokemon. I've been playing Pokemon for a very long time. I took a break. I noticed that when you play Pokemon, Lapras, when you play Pokemon, they're kind of like, when you're younger, it's like, oh, it's so cool, and then you get into high school and you're always compensating in high school, so you're like, oh, it's not so, it's not so cool anymore because, I'm an adult. And then when you become an adult, you're like, oh, screw everyone, I want to be a kid forever, and you love Pokemon again. And I definitely have felt this with a new gust of wind for this generation. So we're gonna go down, and this part is always really boring because it's always the same, it's always dialogue, and when we start getting our Pokemon, it's gonna be really cool. So I should also say that I have a naming theme. I've got rock and gemstone themed. So I've got a few names listed down that I really like. Oops. Let's leave. So let's go and start our adventure. We're gonna go in here and visit Brendan, which is our rival. But this is his mama, and she's a little confused why we let ourselves into her house. We have no manners, absolutely none. But that's fine because we're a pretty little girl, and kids are always let off the hook. So yeah, that's Brendan being all peacocky and foofing himself up. He's like, oh, I'm so pretty. Pokemon fully restored, items all packed, and oh my god, who are you? And he's asking who we are. I am Kaysee. Or I was called May. You might think my name is May, but I'm actually Kaysee. Or Macy. So he's offering to go and get us Pokemon because apparently no one in our family loves us enough to help us get Pokemon. But then he's like, psych, I need to go and help my dad with research because he is Professor Birch's son, and we're going to go and tag along. I think I hear someone screaming up ahead. What should I do? What should we do? Someone has to help. I will save you. So here we see Professor Birch getting chased by the cutest Poochyena ever. He's so cute. Look at him. He's so cute when he's angry. So we look in his bag and we can get some Pokemon. But, however, I like to choose my Pokemon based on my trainer ID. So through 1 to 3 it would be grass, 4 to 6 would be fire, and 7 to 9 would be water, and 0 you get to choose. But I'm number 4, so that means I'm getting the fire starter, which is she. Torchic is sort of my least favorite, but this is a Wedlocke, and I'm sure I'll grow to love this Pokemon so much. So let's have a fight. A wild Pokemon has appeared. A Poochyena's nose is super red. I've never noticed that before. Let's go with Ember and hope that it does decent damage. It's not too bad, I guess. Nothing to sniff at. Let's see how much Scratch does. Oh, it's about the same. I was really hoping for a Mudkip, and even Trico would be awesome. But we've got Torchic, and I have to think of a name for her. Or him, sorry. It's a he. I have to think of something rock and soil based. So he went into the grass to survey Pokemon, and he didn't bring a Pokemon with him. Like, angry Poochyena would never come around and be angry that you're surveying him. So we're going to go back to his house, or his lab. We're going to give our Pokemon a nickname. I'm very excited about this. Something red. What kind of redstone in there? Like Ruby. Oh, it makes sense because this is the Omega Ruby Wedlocke. So I think it makes sense that we name our Torchic Ruby. It might be a little cliche, but I really like it. So let's call him. Oh, but Ruby is kind of a girl's name. Oh, maybe there's something red that sounds a little bit more masculine. I'm going to go and have a look. So if you just hold on for a second. So I have chosen a name for my Torchic, and the name is, I found something that was very red that sounded a little bit more masculine. Nothing against, you can call yourself whatever you like, but I would like to call this one Jasper, because Jasper is very red. It's a very red rock or mineral. So I think that is a perfect name. So, Professor Birch is asking us to go to Route 103 to go and visit his son. So, let's go. So, yeah, okay, let's check what your nature is. Take away special hack and speed. Oh, that sounds good. Jolly. That is good for a Torchic, because I have a lot of physical based moves. Oh, you are Jasper, you have impressed me. Now we have to find you a good partner for the Wedlocke, okay? So, but first we need to go and defeat Brendan so that we can get some Pokeballs. I just have to quickly talk about, like, this encounter here is scripted, and there's quite a few scripted encounters on route, I think it's route 102 and 104 or 103. And especially with the Dex Nav as well. I'm not sure how to deal with that. I know what I'm going to do for the Dex Nav. Basically, whenever a Pokemon pops out, we get one Dex Nav encounter, and we have to encounter it, and if it is the wrong gender or it causes Dupe's Claws, then we have to just let it go and search normally. But we do get one Pokenav encounter. However, there is scripted Pokenav encounters, and I really don't like scripted Pokenav encounters. That kind of takes away the fun of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scare off those scripted encounters, and I think there's only 4 of them maximum, and then after I've scared them off, I will get whatever Pokemon comes up in the Pokenav. So this guy's going to give us 10 potions and explain to us the basics, but I already know the basics. 10 potions is awesome. I don't know how you use that many in the starting, but I mean, it just means that you don't have to go, oh, I don't know why I'm going back there. I should level up my Torchic, just 1 level, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna search around here, and any encounter we get here doesn't count for the encounters, because I haven't actually started my Nuzlocke yet. Oh, so my Wedlocke, because I haven't got my Pokeballs. So let's kill the Zigzagoon. I'll just use Ember for now anyway. See how much that does. Does pretty good. Burned! Jasper, you are impressing me. Good job. Ah, I'm so proud of you. I was really like, oh, I really don't feel like Torchic. Torchic is, not one of my favorites. And you are trying to prove yourself by having a jolly nature and burning everything. I'm proud of you, Jasper. So let's do this. I really like playing Wedlocks and Nuzlocks because it kind of gives you this feeling of like story. I don't really play them so much for a little bit for the challenge, don't get me wrong, but also like for the story. Getting to know your Pokemon and getting attached to them is a really cool feeling, I reckon. So we're going to just train a little bit, just until I can get you to level 7. Oh no, I'm already level 6. Maybe I should just get to level 7. I like to. So probably 1 more kill would finish it off. And I have to be careful because I normally play Nuzlocke, like this is my first Let's Play, especially on Pokemon. And so it's when you're talking and focusing on talking, you kind of get distracted a lot. And I'm used to playing very silently, not talking or anything like that. So I noticed that I didn't really notice my Pokemon's health getting low. So I think I'm just going to use a potion here because you guys don't want to watch me go all the way to the Pokemon Center and all the way back. So I'm going to use a potion here, and I've got more than enough potions. It is potion overkill over here, and we are going to take on Brendan. So hi Brendan, what are you up to? Excuse me as I take a drink of water. So I haven't decided on Brendan's voice. It's probably going to change because I'm terrible at remembering things and keeping voices. So, okay, it's this one, that lives on Route 103. Huh? Hey, Kaysee! Oh, so you finally got a Pokemon from my dad. Then how about a little battle, since we're all here and all? I am about to teach you what being a trainer is all about. Hoo-yah! Oh, listen to that music. So cool. Send out Mudkip. That's the one I wanted, but Jasper is seriously cool, so don't even. Jasper is winning a place in my heart. So let's go with Scratch, because Ember is really not going to do very much at all. Oh my god, that is terrible. Oh my god, that attack is terrible. At least you're a little bit faster, but still. Oh, at least, okay, I think, no, we're definitely going to win. So that's good. Jasper, you need to lift a little, okay? We need to go to the gym, not the fighting gym, and get your little beaky feet on, not beaky feet, glory feet on the weights, because that was really weak, bruh. Really weak. So we went anyway. Huh, you're not too shabby, Kaysee. I know, I'm not shabby at all. I'm very prim and proper, thank you very much. It was a good battle, thanks. Here, let me heal up both our parties real quick. That's really cool. In the new one, they heal up our Pokemon a lot more. I don't mind the healing up so much, I guess. It's when they're like, oh, we're going in the same direction, let me take you there. So like, he's going back to the lab, and we're gonna go back, and we're gonna get some Pokeballs, and get a partner for Jasper. Jasper needs a partner. I'm heading back to my dad's lab first. Come on, Kaysee. Alright, let's go. You run so fast. And here we go. Little Root Town, and back to the lab. Oi, Kaysee, over here. I hope that was his voice. So I hear you beat Brendan on your first try. Amazing. Brendan's been helping in my research for a long time, so he's been pretty long history as a trainer already. I think that settles it. Kaysee, I ordered this Pokedex for my research, but I think you should take it. Kaysee received a Pokedex. That Pokedex is a high-tech tool that automatically makes a record of any Pokemon you meet or catch. My boy Brendan takes it with him everywhere he goes. Whenever he catches a rare Pokemon and records its data in the Pokedex, why, he comes to seek me out wherever I am in the field and show me. My Pokemon and people, the Pokemon you meet will, oh my gosh, the Pokemon and people you will meet, and the great expanse of nature that lies before you. Experience them both while you fill in your Pokedex. I'd love it if your world seemed wider than ever. Alright, I'm getting tired of talking. I need a drink. Water. Huh? So you got a Pokedex too, Kaysee? Well then, here, have some Pokeballs on me. You can catch them you can use them to catch wild Pokemon. I'm terrible at reading. I apologize. I know that must be really annoying. Reading has never been my strong point. If you catch a Pokemon in the wild and battle together with it for a while, it'll go stronger for you. Take that as a bit of advice from a more experienced trainer like me. I'm gonna go get ready to head out from Little Root Town soon myself. It's like, I don't know, it really gets you pumped up, right? We're gonna go and we're gonna give it all out there, Kaysee. Okay. So I've got my Pokeballs, yay! So we've still got a little bit of time. I think we should go and catch a partner for Jasper now. Oh, hi Mum. I so totally wasn't going to leave town without contacting you or telling you. Kaysee, did you introduce yourself to Professor Birch? Oh, that's an adorable Pokemon. You got it from the Professor? How nice. You are your father's child. All right. You look good together with a Pokemon. To think that you have your very own Pokemon now. Your father will be overjoyed. But don't push yourself too hard. If anything happens, you can always come home, honey. Thanks, Ma. What was that? I was expecting Anna to say something poignant at the end. So let's continue. Let's continue on. See, I'm counting. Oh my god. This is from my dad. He said he forgot to give it to you before you go. Your PokeNav Plus has been updated. PokeNav function has been added to your PokeNav Plus. The app I just added to your PokeNav Plus is called the DexNav. It can tell you lots about Pokemon living in each area and that kind of stuff. It's handy app to have if you're trying to catch a lot of different Pokemon. I guess it's time to use the DexNav to do a little more catching myself. I'm gonna head that way and see what I can find. Casey, you should use those Pokeballs I gave you earlier to do a bit of catching too. I wish that was the last of you, Brendan, but you are gonna stick around and make me sneak up on a Poochyena, aren't you? Yep. Hey, Casey, over here. See that right there? That's a tail sticking out. There's a Pokemon hiding there. And look here, if you check your DexNav, Scar, it looks like a Pokemon knows a special move. Casey, try getting closer, real nice and slow. Push lightly on the tab. That's what I imagine the voiceover to sound like. I don't want to catch this because this is scripted and that takes away the random, so I'm just going to scare you off. Yay! Okay. So I'm not going to count Route 101 because I did get my Torchic there. And some people don't count this as part, you know, they're like, well, that happened before the Nuzlocke, so it doesn't count. But I just so I can keep track of things, my Jasper is from Route 101 and I'm going to go catch a Pokemon from the next route over here. So let's see what we have. So let's see if we can get a DexNav encounter here. But I don't think it really turns up very much at the start. I don't know. I've seen a couple people running around like this and nothing ever turns up. And later on stuff does turn up once you've seen it. But for now, it's just not happening. So I might just have to get in the grass and do it the old-fashioned way because nothing is turning up. Alright, well, let's see. Let's try and get a female partner for Jasper. So what have we got? A Poochyena, and is it female or male? That's the question. A male. So we're just going to kill this. I love the little return, like it does when it's coming to Jasper is coming towards me. Yeah, see, like that, it's so cute. All right, so level 8. Woohoo! Good job, Jasper. I've really grown attached to you because you've tried to prove yourself so much to me. So let's try another one. And what do we have? A Wingull that just needs to be a female, and then we can have, yes, that is actually a very cool pairing. I think that is an awesome pairing actually. So let's scratch. What? Jasper, you tried to prove yourself way too much there. Oh, Jasper. I can't believe you did that. Oh my god, that was the perfect Pokemon to pair you with, and you were trying to prove yourself so much that you critical hit your match. Well, I just lost my encounter for Route 103. There's just nothing I can do about that. Jasper, I can't believe you. That is nuts. That is so nuts. Alright, well, you can't be angry. You just gotta keep going. Look at all those Wingulls. You could have had one of those as your partner, Jasper. So this is one of the scripted encounters. It will have Charm. Let's see if I can creep forward slowly. Yeah, it's gonna have Charm. And I really don't like that. So that's not going to count for my encounter on this route. Because I just don't think that's right. So let's just wiggle back and forth. I bet you nothing's going to turn up anymore. Wiggle, 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 wham, wiggle, 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 wham. So I really don't know how this works. I think you have to start catching them for them to start turning up, or fighting them at least. Or at least the more you encounter them, the more they turn up. You know what? I'm gonna go... yeah, I'm just gonna go in here like this. And Jasper, can we just talk for a minute? Please don't kill this one if it is a female. I really need you not to kill this one. Okay, cool. Alright, so scratch. Don't kill it. You're just lightly scratching him with your fingernail. Good job. Alright, so we've got a female Wurmple for Jasper. So let's use a Pokeball. There we go. And hopefully it stays in, because I can't really damage it anymore. No, stay in there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Pokeball, use Pokeball, yes. So, Wurmple, Jasper might seem a little bit rough, but you need to stay in the Pokeball. Jasper is a really good partner, okay? Jasper will take care of you. He can freaking critical hit anything he likes. So, let's try another Pokeball. There's really, if I scratch it again, it's gonna die unless it uses Growl, and I don't think it has Growl. So please, 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 please. Yay! There we go. Finally got a partner. So now we have to think of a name for Wurmple. And I don't know what it's going to turn into, so I can't really judge on what the evolution is going to be. So yes, we want to give a nickname, and I'm going to go and find a nickname for Wurmple. So I've chosen a name. I think I'm going to call her Amethyst, which I am terrible at spelling, so I need to quickly check. Yes, this. Yes, Amethyst, because I think if it turns into a Dustox or a Beautify, I think Amethyst is a really nice name. And I just realised the word meth is in Amethyst. So let's just check out her nature before we do. Oh, it has an item. She has an item. What does she have? A Pitcher Berry probably. Oh no, Bright Powder. Good job. So you have a neutral nature. Hardy. So, and you're proud of his power, just like Jasper is. Wow, you two are a match in heaven, Jasper and Amethyst. So that's pretty cool. I can't remember what Bright Powder does, actually. Is there any way I can check on here? But anyway, so I think that's enough for today. Today's going to be a little bit of a longer episode because it was the first episode. And I think the normal time will be between 10 minutes and 15 minutes, depending how it goes. If you prefer a little bit longer, let me know. And don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Of course, it's all up to you. You can decide to do it whether you want to or not, but it would help me out so much. And definitely leave a comment how you found this episode. If you have any thoughts or comments, I'd love to hear them. And I will see you next time. See ya!